I'm Mega Mike the Movie Man, and today I have a mega movie plan. Today, I'm back with another mega ranking video for you all. Today, I'm going to be ranking all 10 new movies I saw in the month of April. Yes, 10. From the worst to the best. So if you want to see my favorite movie I saw this month, stick around to the end of the video to get to that recommendation. But without further ado, let's get started.
Hey, you! Get over here. Oh, I know what it is.
Now to get into number 10, the bottom of the list, last place, no question about it this month, goes to The Bad Guys. They so bad. Now, I'm just not a big fan of animation, even though there's a few exceptions out there, of course, but to me, this animation movie just didn't do anything for me. I thought it was kind of sloppily put together. I didn't understand the world we were even in. Why was there only a few humanoid animal characters, but the rest were humans in this world? That just did not make any sense. None of the characters to me were super likable. I wasn't laughing at all. So I just wasn't enjoying this movie like I wanted to. Definitely a movie that was probably more made for the kids. I wouldn't say it's a great family movie for the adults to enjoy as well. You think you so bad, bad guys? Well, you were that bad. That's why you at the bottom of the list.
I figured it out.
Yeah.
Now at number 9 is going to be Father Stu. Even though Marky Mark gave a great performance in this movie, yes, the Faja, Marky Mark. I actually did like the first half of this movie. I did think was interesting about this character trying out different jobs, trying to pursue all these wild passions. That got me intrigued. But the second half of the movie, when it more focused on the religious aspects, it did kind of slow down for me, and it just kind of got me yawning a little bit. And I wanted this movie to finish strong, but to me, it just didn't. Just took too long to get through that second half of the movie. And so overall, this is a movie that just doesn't give me that excitement like I wanted to. I wanted a little bit more pizzazz to this one. Now we can mark this one down to number 9 because it ended just fine.
I'm the bad man. Have been for a long time.
Now at number 8, we're going to have Memory. Memory, all alone in the moonlight. At number 8 is going to be Memory. I'm already forgetting this movie, and I literally just reviewed this one yesterday, but I'm still forgetting it. It's a very generic Liam Neeson action thriller movie with not enough thrill to it. And it's just kind of not that fun of a movie. Then you got Guy Pearce as an FBI cowboy in this one. Yeehaw! And he was definitely the best part of the movie, but definitely wasn't enough to make this movie memorable. Yeah, now it's time to forget about this movie at number 8, and let's move on.
If I could just get it done real quick, because I'm on the clock. Promise not to rob the place.
Now, at number 7, we have Ambulance. Yes, Michael Bay's new movie, and he got a new drone! So we get all these whipping and zoodle shots all around the whole screen, and it just cannot stay put. So it's just like, woo! Getting a big old headache with this movie, Ambulance now. Now, Jake Gyllenhaal actually does give a pretty good performance in this movie. There's some good dramatic elements here. And of course, Michael Bay, you got explosions galore. Of course, tons of Bayham there. So it's a fun roller coaster ride of a movie. But is it anything special? Probably not. But it's kind of entertaining. I don't know. Visually, it looked great. But did it pack an emotional punch at the end? Probably not so much. So, yeah. Not the best Michael Bay movie. It is no Transformers 1. And this movie was ridiculous. They're driving through LA and there's no other cars on the freeways or the streets. Have you been to LA, Michael Bay? I think you have. And you know that is very unrealistic, even for one of your movies. At least throw some other cars on the streets. I mean, come on. That ambulance should have had nowhere to be able to go in that traffic time. And that's why this movie gets transformed into that 7th spot. Then at number 6, we're going to have The Northmen. Yes, the Viking revenge tale. Yes, I love revenge tales. It's like a Punisher movie. So I was pretty hyped with this movie. And I thought it was going to be like a Braveheart, action-packed, epic adventure movie. But no. Even though that's what the trailers promised us, instead, we get a really small revenge tale, kind of like this Viking guy just messing with the guy he's trying to get back at. Like, hey, I'm going to plot this out. I'm going to kind of screw this guy over here because I just want to mess with him. And it wasn't that great. You know what? I wanted something epic, and they did put a cool scene in. I wanted more berserker Viking scenes where he's just tearing things up that Skarsgård because he was built for it, he was ready, and it gave us one little good scene at the beginning. I'm like, ooh, we in for a treat with this berserker Viking madness. But then no, he goes to a farm. Really? I'm gonna work on the farm and the farm and the farm and the farm. But that Anya Taylor-Joy now, she was joyful in the movie. And then Nicole Kidman had a great little small part where she got cray-cray in the movie. So definitely some twists and turns in there that I wasn't expecting. So it was pretty good. Wish it just had more epicness to it. Needed a bigger budget.
You've been given a gift.
Not exactly.
And then at number 5, we have Morbius. Yes, Morbius. I was so hyped for this movie. We've waited years. It seems like we've seen this trailer in theaters forever. And wow, did this movie not be that great. But it's kind of a guilty pleasure for me. I'm like, I kind of like this one. Having vampires fight on screen. I mean, it takes me back to the Blade movie days. And even though it wasn't executed so well, it's like a kindergartner put these little puzzle pieces together and the puzzle wasn't fitting correctly and it was all over the place and super messy. It still had some good puzzle pieces there. There were some good parts. And I'm still hoping for a Sinister Six movie. So I wouldn't mind seeing Morbius again in a Sinister Six team up. Maybe it won't suck as bad. And then hopefully we get a Morbius fight Spider-Man movie. Spider-Man does whatever Spider-Man can. Swings a web. So look out. Here comes Morbius in 5th place. Sorry, should have sucked less.
Today. Get it? Like it's a curtain? Tough crowd.
Now in our 4th spot, we're going to have Better Nate Than Never. And I now know nobody saw this movie besides me. But I'm telling you, this was a delightful little movie. It's good for the whole family. If you like musicals, of course. La, 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 la. If you don't like musicals, yeah, you're not going to like this one. It's not going to win you over. But if you are okay with musicals, I think there's a little inspiring story here about following your dreams and passions and really getting to your big dreams and goals. So better 4th than lower. So running in at supersonic speed for 3rd place is going to be Sonic 2, of course. Now this movie was action-packed. It had a lot of funny moments to it. Yeah, there were some things that brought this movie down. The human characters with that wedding scene, even though I chuckled a little bit, that was more for of a rom-com, and I wanted to get back to the Sonic characters. Though this movie does kind of drag a little bit in the middle, but then once it picks up and gets its running shoes on for the 3rd act, woo! I mean, this Sonic movie just gives us what we want in that 3rd act. It is epic. It's fantastic. Knuckles is great in this movie. He is just all awesome with Idris Elba's voice. I mean, it's just so perfect for this role. Very funny character. And then Tails has a lot of heart to him as well. And then that bond with Sonic. I mean, that's all perfect there. So I wanted to see more of those characters, but that 3rd act kind of gives us what we wanted. Those really big moments, like I said. And then that post-credit scene, I'm just like, I love this post-credit scene. I cannot wait for Sonic 3. This is going to be awesome. So Sonic 3 can't run here fast enough. I want to see this movie now because Sonic 2 was so good.
What's the worry here, Nick? You've lost some of your talent as an actor?
No.
And then at number 2, we have The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. Yes, the Nicolas Cage movie where Nicolas plays his most famous role of all, himself. Yes, this is the most Nicolas Cage movie I have ever seen, and it was fantastic. I wasn't expecting much from this movie, but this movie had me laughing just constantly, and all the references to the other Nick Cage movies, and then when it brings up Paddington 2, I'm like, mad respect for this movie, because anybody that's seen Paddington 2 knows it's an awesome movie. And so, wow, this movie was great. Entertained for most of it. Yeah, it kind of loses its way when it wants to become an action movie and move the plot forward. I get it. It was necessary for a movie, but that 1st act I think is so strong. Just some funny moments. When Nick Cage is tripping out with Pedro Pascal, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is hilarious. And then trying to go over the wall, I'm like, oh my gosh, this movie is so funny. And Pedro Pascal is awesome in this movie. This is his best role. You can see he's just like best buddies with Nick Cage. Best buddies now and forever. It's Pedro and Nick.
Mrs. Wang, are you with us?
I am paying attention.
Now my number one spot, and this is my favorite movie of the year. You have to see Everything Everywhere All at Once. If you have not yet seen this movie, go see it. It doesn't matter if you have to drive a little farther. I'm telling you, this is the perfect movie. This movie has everything in it. Hilarious, bonkers action. I'm telling you, this action is next level. This movie is shocking, surprising, but then it all comes back to family and the heart of the movie. And it's so emotional. What they're able to do with rocks is crazy in this movie. I mean, oh my goodness, the direction is perfect in here. And this movie could have gone so bad in so many ways, but it just pulls it off by the end of this movie. And I'm just like, whoa, what did I just watch? This is the perfect Mother's Day movie. If you need something to do on Mother's Day, go take your mom to see it. Or if you are a mom yourself, tell your family to see this movie with you. Because I'm telling you, this is such a heartfelt, family, emotional movie. Gotta see Everything Everywhere All at Once. Definitely gonna be one of my favorite movies of the year by the end of this year. Because I'm just telling you, it's my number one right now. Not just for this month, but of the whole year so far.
Wow, that was really good.
So that will do it for another mega ranking video. I have tons of these ranking videos on my channel, so definitely check out the playlist and go watch some more ranking videos because I know you're going to get a kick out of them. And I do rank all the movies I see every month, so you want to keep coming back to this channel. So make sure you subscribe right now. Leave a comment down below. What is your favorite new movie you saw this month? Yes, new movie.
You only need one to be grateful.
And like the video. And this is Mega Mike the Movie Man reminding you to make every day a movie day.